Happy March, everyone. I hope you're having a great start to your month so far. And can you believe it? We're in the last month of the first quarter of the year. Now, did that go by quickly for you or was it very slow? It kind of depends on what you're doing. For me, I like to have high performance weeks throughout my month in order to get things done and still have some downtime. So when it comes to enhancing productivity or productivity overall, it doesn't have to be go, 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 go. But if you plan it out right or spend time in certain areas throughout the week, you can really maximize your month. And I wanted to share some strategies with you here. Okay, so what I like to do for the month is to focus on 4 very simple steps. The first thing I do is planning during the first week of the month. Now, I know that might seem a little strange because the month is getting started and I'm just planning. But what I do is I plan out what it is that I want to accomplish for the whole month and what can I bring in from last month that I didn't get done and how it's going to tie into me accomplishing that task and then adding on to what I want to see come into life for the new month. So I focus on planning. And as I like to say, when you focus on planning, you could spend a lot of time on planning and then the execution and taking action will be a lot more easier or have more ease because you already did all of that planning stage. So for the first week, I focus on planning. So now it's the second week of the month and I like to focus on taking action. So in week 2 and 3, it's all about action execution, which means I'm taking action, I'm taking the steps, I'm completing the subtask that's associated with the bigger goal or what plans I had for the month. And that's all about taking action and execution, which means I'm taking action towards it, but at the same time, I'm making sure that I'm following through and completing it out and wrapping it up. Now, as I said, sometimes in the week 1, I'll have things from the previous month that I didn't get to accomplish, and that's just because of time factors or things outside of my control. So I will bring that back into week 2 and 3, which is all about execution, action, wrapping up things and making sure they're finished and closed out as much as possible. And this is are the most high peak performance weeks out of the month for me. So that's when I'm exerting a lot of energy because I'm actually putting in action the high momentum to get the things done that I set out, the sub goals. But during week 1 is more of a downtime, as I mentioned, because I'm allowing myself to be in a place to get inspired and have ideas generate and flow so I know how to actually put them into practice in the upcoming months. So after week 2 and 3, it's week 4, and that is more about evaluation and rest, revelation, relaxation to see how I could have done things differently and how they can be more streamlined in the future so that I'm always improving on the method that I'm using to enhance my productivity, because it's not just about being busy and go, go, go. So this is just one of the systems that I use and you can implement as well in order to help you enhance and sustain your level of productivity without feeling overwhelmed, burnt out, or feeling pressured by too many demands, because you have this system in place and you're able to work your schedule around it. And the thing about it is you don't have to go into a new month thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Or how am I going to accomplish all the things that I need to do? You can just slot it into each level of the performance wheel, I guess you'll call it, but into each level, and then you'll know. And during the first half of the week, first half of the month, it's a high peak performance time, or during the lower part of the month, it's a high peak performance time. So you have that harmony. You're performing and taking action, but you're also reflecting and reviewing in order to maintain that. So savvy professionals, I hope that was helpful for you and added some value. You can go ahead, click the link in my bio to access more resources or information about enhancing your productivity in your personal, professional, and social life while producing with confidence. So I'll check in with you next time.